Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and wow, I'm not even back for a full day yet, and two bits of drama from Wargaming that we've had to talk about in the past couple of days. So today, farming debt flags has been something that you've probably been seeing thrown around recently around the community, and there's a pretty good and bit of a puzzling reason as to why that is. So on the stream, I believe last week, or I'm not exactly sure. I think in the past couple of days, Wargaming was asked. Well, a couple of the community managers were asked why achievements no longer give you signal flags. And at first, they said they wouldn't go into the reasoning and they wouldn't answer the question, but then they followed it up with this little bit right here.
We get constant players that throw their ship away. What they're trying to do is farm that explosive. You mentioned specifically the detonation flag. People purposely throwing their ships away, putting in bad situations, and having the team play with one less person just to try to farm those for ranked, for clan wars and all that. And it's not a good feeling to be on the team with that person. So instead of punishing people for acting like that, and it would be a large amount of people. This isn't just a select few. There are people actually making guides on how to farm these things. Keep in mind, like these kind of things do help, ruin the experience for everybody. So don't do it. Play the game. Play to the max of your abilities. If you got detonated, well, now it does matter.
So when you say you don't answer the question, but then you go on a little spiel like that, it's going to strike most of the community as this is the answer to the question. And yeah, so farming debt flags is the reason that as to why we can't have achievements get flags anymore, because they don't want people to go into battle, throw their ship away trying to farm debt flags, even though detonations are one of the most RNG based things in this game. Like seriously, I've played probably I'd say at least 400 battles in Hood, not detonated once. So yeah. I mean, if you're going to choose an example for farming flags, well, first off, none of them really have a negative effect on the game. Most of the achievements, you are rewarded for doing things like Kraken, 5 kills, Confederate, High Caliber, Dreadnought. When you get these achievements, you are normally doing something pretty positive for the team, be it damaging the enemy, sinking enemy ships, surviving the game and taking damage in the process. I mean, I don't really think there's an achievement you get for removing yourself from the game besides detonation, which, again, is mostly completely random. There's a handful of things you can do to cause a detonation to happen on your ship, but still, it's not guaranteed to happen. First off, your ship has to be below, 70% of its health, and then certain parts of your armor have to be saturated to where the shells can get at your magazine, but even then it's not guaranteed to happen. I think I can count on my left hand right here the amount of times I've been detonated. In fact, I can actually go check that right now real quick. It's not something that happens often, nor anything that you yourself can really control. And I mean, it's not the best example to give when you are trying to explain why flags no longer are given with achievements. But anyway, he did follow that up with a post a little while later on the forums, which reads pretty interesting. So he says, "Hello everyone, just to clarify, that clip was conveniently clipped after I had clearly stated that I will not answer the question of why the change was made. To make conversation, to name examples of different reasons that something can be changed, I gave that story along with other examples. Sorry if that caused any confusion. I will make sure to give examples not related to the question at hand in the future to avoid confusion or misinterpretation. For anything that we do share, information, please reference the dev blogs and patch notes. If there is any information about changes that we can share, those are usually the places to look for them. And that is true. They did note this in the dev blog. They didn't really give a reason though in the dev blog, which is probably why so many people kept pressing those community managers for an answer to that question on stream. It was just noted that it's gone, that it's no longer giving us rewards anymore. Well, actually, it's a fair bit more than I thought. 29 detonations. Last time it happened was in the Paulo Emilio on the 2nd. I think that was actually on stream, too. So he says it was taken out of context. Then he gives us the context, which is he said he wasn't going to answer the question. And then he gave an example of why something might be changed. And he gives farming detonation flags as an example, which again is a very strange example to give. And maybe it was a bad call on his part of giving an example, but okay, let's give him the benefit of it out there. But then it turns to, well, why can't you tell us why they were changed? It hasn't really been specified in the dev blog. You just said that they're being changed, and the community wants an answer. Because now everyone's pretty much... Oh, that's another thing, too. He gives the example of people forming det flags for ranked or clan battles. I can promise you, 90% of those players that are playing clan battles or ranked, they just buy them out the armory. Because it's the most convenient way to get what you need, and when you're playing ranked and clan battles and you're winning, you make plenty of profit to where you can buy those signal flags pretty regularly. They're pretty expensive, and they force people to play the game more, which is why I think they've changed it, because now if you want to get that det flag, enough of it to cover your clan battle season, well, half of your clan battle season, or depending upon who you are, it's a couple million credits just to get 20 of them, let alone 40 of them. And it's pretty pricey. So, yeah, that's what I think's going on. They want people to play the game more, so they're forcing you to buy the things now with credits. And sure, they're not doubloons, but you got to play the game to get it, and the longer you play the game, the more likely is that you're going to spend money on the game. Now, farming flags and signals, that can totally happen. I'm still sitting on a stack of, I think 2,000 secondary flags, because guess what? I have 761 close quarters achievements on my account, because I like playing German ships. And that's the allure of buying a lot of premium ships, too. You want a ship that's good for farming clear skies, go get an Atlanta or a Worcester. You want a ship that's great at farming arsonists, Smolensk, Worcester again, Des Moines, whole host of ships now. You want a ship that's good at farming dreadnoughts. Take your pick of the British battleships with a super hill, so forth and so on, And that's another thing that's been lost from some of these premium ships now, is that they can't really do that anymore, because sure, they can farm the achievement, but you don't get the signal flags anymore. So, yeah, that sucks big time. So if you want my take of what's going on here, it's pretty clear that the guy just kind of talked himself into a corner, and he had to give some response to the question being asked, and he couldn't give a straight up answer, so he just went with the best, what will they take and what makes sense in his mind. He just kept talking, and he just kind of dug himself deeper into the hole and just came up with det flags. Because I am sure there's somebody that has tried to farm det flags by just rushing in and trying to get detonated. I am 100% sure that there's maybe even a pretty decent sized number of people have tried to do that in the past. I don't buy it that today there's a large group of people, like he's claiming, that still do that today. First off, the team doesn't even get close enough to do that for the first 10 minutes of the game in most higher tier matches nowadays. But it was probably something that they had at some meeting or something that he heard someone else talking about beforehand that he just brought up. But yeah, it's just, he was told he couldn't answer the question, and he's trying to please his boss. That's what I'm getting, because working in education, we get told stuff all the time that we have to say, and we gotta say it no matter how silly it sounds, or we can't say it no matter how much students ask about it. And I find myself in that situation plenty of times at my real life job. So yeah, and it's not really dogging on him, it's dogging on his bosses, because again, if he can't say something because it's his job, he can't say it. It is what it is. And people have left Wargaming for things like this, and they've said that, yeah, The management there and the communication is like garbage tier. I mean, we just went through the whole Yukon thing where the communication was the main problem. And that's what's happening here too. They can't say anything. It's a question that they know players are going to ask. Why can't we get flags from achievements anymore? And Wargaming says, okay, community managers can't say anything about it. Can't answer the question. What's he going to do? Just ignore all the people in chat demanding an answer to the question? Another thing too I found pretty entertaining was that he said people are making guides to farm debt flags. What? Where? Please, someone find one. Find one that's not like from the beginning of the game, and please link it to me. I don't think anybody has. Like, seriously, maybe there's a post on the forums about how to make sure you get detonated 2-3 years ago, maybe, but I have never seen a guide about how to farm debt flags. And now I've seen in videos, like we talked about 2 minutes ago, people say, hey, this ship's great for farming arsonists, this ship's great for farming liquidator, this ship's great for farming a Confederate or High Caliber or Dreadnought or whatever. Yeah, people have talked about that before, but no one's gone and said, yeah, this ship's great for farming a detonation. We talking about the hood? Like what? Like, second hood joke in this video. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, guys, that's my take on this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think it's just kind of, boss said he can't talk about it, and he's just, found himself in a bad situation, talking himself into a corner? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. On our way to 30,000 subs, we passed 27,200 a few days ago. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Good, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.